Yeah, baby. Yeah. Back again.
What's up? Welcome to Picking Up the Crap, the February 2011 edition. I'm your host, TheWon. For you newcomers, this series look at the monthly NPD sales on hardware and software for the video game industry. These numbers are gathered by reliable fans from popular sites like NeoGAF and VG Chart. If you're new to the series, I start out with the facts and I end with an opinion. So here we go. Here are your hardware numbers for February 2011. At this time, the numbers for portables was not available, so I only had the numbers for the home consoles. Your best-selling home console for February 2011, the Xbox 360, selling 535,000 systems. With those numbers, the Xbox 360 had its best non-Christmas month ever, and also increased from last year by 27%. In second place, the Nintendo Wii sold 454,000 systems, an increase of 14%. In last place, the PlayStation 3 sales 403,000 systems, an increase of 12% from last year. Now let's move to software. Here are the top 10 games for February 2011. As of right now, not all the numbers are available, so I will estimate according to the numbers I currently have. Coming in at number 1 across 5 platforms, Call of Duty Black Ops. The numbers are not available, but we do know that the numbers were above 790,000 copies sold. Also, with the numbers this month, Black Ops has become the best-selling game in the US. Coming in at number 2, a brand new game for the month of February, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, across 2 platforms, sells 790,000 copies. At number 3, the dancing phenomenon cannot be stopped. Just Dance 2 for the Nintendo Wii sells 554,000 copies. The following 3 games sold under 554,000 copies, but above 285,000 copies. And they are, at number 4, NBA 2K11 across 6 platforms. Dead Space 2 across 3 platforms. And at number 6, Zumba Fitness across 3 platforms. Coming in at number 7, a brand new game from EA, Bulletstorm, selling across 3 platforms, a total of 285,000 copies. At number 8, we have our first console exclusive, selling 279,000 copies. Killzone 3 appears in the top 10. This is actually after only being on the market for 4 to 5 days. The following 2 games sold under 279,000 copies. At number 9, which is still pretty much a Wii exclusive, Michael Jackson The Experience. At number 10, from Nintendo themselves, Mario Sports Mix. Alright, y'all. Here are my thoughts on what's going on with the industry. Without a doubt, the 360 is booming behind the Kinect effect. It's the reason why the 360 is blowing up now, why it's selling way beyond what it should do and going on its 6th year. The Kinect is selling well. According to numbers recently, worldwide, it's already hit 10 million sold. And so we can only assume the effect it's having in the USA. But definitely Kinect is having an effect on the 360. The main thing I don't understand is the people who are buying Kinect are basically just buying it for the device itself, and I guess the Kinect Adventure games that come packed with, because there's never seemed to be any Kinect software in the top 10 at all. And if it is selling, it's selling way below the current standards of the other top 10 games. Add on another system, whatever you want to call it. Usually software help drives that. But at this point, people are just buying 360 bundles with Connect or buying it separately just for it to connect itself and maybe sit on it until whatever they really want finally comes out. We'll have to wait and see how this turns out later in the year. On the Nintendo side, if you're Nintendo, you feel real good about this overall boost, but you should be worried because as of right now, you're following into what I call a Sony trend. Basically, your software is not moving your hardware. As of right now, the only reason I can think of the Wii selling is because of the popular dancing genre, which Nintendo still has a monopoly on, with games like Just Dance, Michael Jackson, the Zumba Dance, those kind of games. And so people are buying Wiis, are playing and wanting those type of games. So as of right now, you're all right, but still, you want your first party content, your exclusive content to move your hardware. And as of right now, Nintendo hasn't had something like that probably since New Super Mario Bros. Wii in 2009. I'm saying this because of the horrible debut by Mario Sports Mix, which was on the market in February the entire month and still sold below 279,000 copies. That's horrible. At this rate, it's not on pace to hit 1 million anytime soon. And this game had the attributes that most Wii games had to be a system seller. Arcade-style gameplay, familiar character, and even had a real good online system, so the replay value was there. Yet, I guess due to bad reviews, consumers didn't want to take a risk on it. So Nintendo, you need to bring out a system-moving game soon. On the Sony side, there's really nothing I can say about what's going on with that platform. Your console is not selling due to your add-on, the Move technology. Once again, your Move has been outsold by Connect 5-1. So there are not a significant number of people buying your Move bundles to help drive the hardware sales. Next, even though Killzone 3 had a decent debut, with only being on the market for 1 week, your other exclusive games so far this year, Little Big Planet and DC Online, failed to chart in the top 10. And better yet, they're selling way below, somewhere in the 100,000 if you're lucky range. So those games are not driving and moving your PS3 hardware. So to answer the question that is on everybody's mind, if these consoles are not having great pushes by software, why do they sell so well this month? Basically, federal income tax checks. Most consumers receive their checks starting the end of January, during February, and early March. So consumers have this extra money to sit on. And now they're finding opportunities to go out and buy some of these consoles that they've been wanting to get or couldn't get during Christmas. I personally believe that the overall console sales they'll lower next month, but they will stay the same until early May or early June, somewhere around E3. Basically due to the fact that the first wave of great games have already been released in the first month of the year, January, February. All the major titles that were going to be released have been put out. And as you can see, none of those games really did anything to help any of these hardwares. So now we're waiting for the second wave of games to come out in sometime late May, early June. So definitely expect the 360, the Wii, and the PS3 to hold their positions, unless the developers, the companies decide to throw in some kind of crazy price cut to help their systems move along. This is TheWon. I'll see you next time. Peace.